Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to day 3 of the Bahamas. We are super excited to be here. It is another beautiful day, as you can see. And today on the agenda, we are heading to Clifton National Heritage Park and Museum. And this is where the last big slave plantation was. We get to see the shacks that the slaves lived in. Also hear all about the history of how they came to Clifton Heritage National Park. And of course see the big house. But the highlight of the day is Jaws Beach, where the movie Jaws was filmed. I have to talk the children into getting in the water on that one. But we will be there. So stay tuned because we're bringing you along with us. This was one of those days where we were in for a rude awakening. It was very hot. Our bus driver decided to leave the door open. Unfortunately, we were sitting right in the doorway's path, so with every whip and turn of the bus, we were practically flying out the door onto the street. So I am holding on for dear life. The children are holding on. I mean, literally, if we let go, we would have slid out the seat and onto the street. So the ride was very bumpy as well, and this was actually the longest jitney ride that we had to take.
I'm never getting on it in my life.
There you go.
I know, I got so my children. We are not getting on this bus. If I see this bus, when I grow up, I'll be like, hey, no, we're not getting on that bus. Even though it's bus 12, we're not getting on.
at Clifton Heritage National Park, and we are entering the slave settlement.
Side.
19th century. All right, this looks like a place.
The slaves would be.
Yeah,
That's like a popcorn.
it says storytelling there. So here the slaves would come listen to stories and basically have a time of entertainment. It's pretty sandy here. You can tell we're very close to the beach. The boys there standing on the storytelling platform. And this is where the slaves would come for storytelling in the 19th century, apparently. Yeah, seriously. There ain't nobody. I mean, you had to be, yeah, you gotta be some kind of desperate to hide up in there. If you go that close, get your phone out, get your camera out, videotape, because I ain't in front of the banana hole, which is honestly super, super deep, and you would have to be majorly desperate to hide anything in there, even yourself. But it's very fascinating that the slaves were that desperate. There's a rope going down to get in there, and there's water at the bottom. Wasn't there water at the bottom? Yeah, it's just not the place anybody would want to be, so you'd have to be desperate to get up in there. And in front of the sign that is the entrance to the banana hole, you can't miss it. You definitely can't miss it. You could fall in if you're really not paying attention.
And climb the rope back up.
But again, to me it's almost like a symbol of desperation, because it is so incredibly deep and wide, and from where we are, like, I'm already getting bitten by some strange brown furry thing. I don't know what it is, but I did see it. And like, if you go in there, I'm sure you're gonna get bitten by a whole bunch of other stuff, and snakes and everything else. And the wildlife here is teeming, like the fish and that, like, you can see a lot of fish in the water and everything. Who knows what's in that water? So this is where they hid, the Lucayan Indians actually hid themselves and their food. And they also use this as a site for spirituality. So it's also like a place of worship for them, like the archaic worship. Okay. Got bitten. I'm already like itchy and stuff. Like, thank you. Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right. So this is like the ruins of the slave plantations and stuff.
Man, the sun's making me sweat so much.
I know, it's hot.
You know,
Oh, wow.
oh, the sun's not.
So this is where the slaves used to live, guys.
Yeah, let's go
It's
to the
small. Like, it's the side. I guess you could make it do if you had one side as the bedroom. You can see where the kitchen used to be. Let me just stand at the door here.
Oh, it looks like they had some windows.
Don't go in, Levi. Yeah. So it has some windows. That definitely is like a kitchen area right there. The whole tree growing up in the middle of the place, but yeah. Looked like somebody cared. They had a little garden in the front. Yeah, somebody cared. And this is the remains. I think it's limestone. It's from the 17th century. This is the remains of it here. Yeah. The remains of the slave cabins. Exactly. It says the remains of the slave cabins and kitchens are fragile and can easily be damaged. Please stay on the paths and boardwalks for your safety and protection. Excavations are underway to learn more about the ruins, and work is being done to restore the walls. All right. So this is probably the kitchen. Yep, I said it. I said it's probably the kitchen. This is the kitchen. So I'm gonna go around. I can see some stuff from the window here.
I see a bedroom.
Oh no, this is one of the house. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That looks like an actual
All right, so the place where our ancestors It says, please watch your feet. We actually, for the first time ever, getting ready to walk inside of a real slave cabin that was here when the slaves were here. Look at the roof, y'all. First time ever. It's like monumental.
This house actually looks fun.
You can walk in. This is where the slaves used to live. They allow you to go in. I saw somebody going online too. Oh my goodness. I might have to sit here for a minute. Might have to sit here for a minute. Oh.
This looks like a place that I could even survive.
Oh my goodness. Look at this. This is how the slaves used to live, y'all. This is amazing. Look at that bed. Look at that little rickety chair over
This
there.
actually looks like a functional house.
It is a functional house. I'm glad it's a functional house. Here's some people that used to live here. They got their pictures on the wall, y'all. Look at this. Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah, and look, the little kitchen on that side. Only thing is, it's like so small, you don't really have like privacy. This people used to live here. But and that's a good picture there. Privacy and frankly comfort. This bed is well made out of wood, but
It's not comfortable.
oh, but no, it's not comfortable at all. But what an amazing thing.
It's actually
Okay, you know what? Yeah, it's hot. Oh,
actually looks like
I guess I'm taking the pictures for everybody at this point.
This actually
Oh.
looks like a house that I could actually live in for like, I don't know.
You don't want to live in a slave cabin, buddy. Yeah, we done come along. Yeah, we can come up from slavery now. So. Slave cabin, authentic slave cabin at Clifton Heritage National Park, and everything is like kind of left the way the slaves would leave it, and there's even pictures on the wall of the people that lived here. So, over here we have a washing room, wash tub. This little chair is well made. Like if you come close and look, it's well made, but it's just not comfortable. Like when we sit on a chair, you don't want to sit on wood. And the same with the bed here. This is well made. But if you look under here and stuff, like it's just not comfortable. This is made out of straw. There's straw in here in this little mattress. But it's like our beds, like in structure, but it's a bed of straw. It's uncomfortable. Here's some pictures of the people that used to live here. And we're gonna turn it around over here. Go look at some of the clothes here. And just like a little kitchen area. But check out the broom, y'all. Check out the broom.
I'm just gonna see.
No, don't start sleeping. We'll leave that here. And I want to come and just honestly just sit on this little log here. I just want to sit here, stand right there. Because I want to get the whole scene in. And this is like monumental. I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna sit right here in this slave cabin and just think of my ancestors.
I was gonna sit there.
And even this little mat on the floor is a straw mat. Straw mat on the floor.
Oh, that actually is.
Yes, a straw mat. It's a nice one. Both of those nice ones, very well made. For the most part, I think this is a good structure because the roof and everything is good. An authentic slave cabin, Clifton Heritage National Park. There's everything in it. I want you to see the structure of what would have been the roof in the 17th century. Little kitchen area, washing area. Washboard, everything. They did have windows. It was certainly hot in here, like hot. But you do have a front and back door. So here's another like remains, and we just saw one that was all put together, but this is about the same size. These are the original rocks. All right, so we are in front of another authentic slave cabin. This is the 17th century. We're at Clifton Heritage National Park. Excuse me, because it's hot. It's like 1,000 degrees out here, but let's go.
No, it's not 1,000 degrees, Mom. No, it's not.
Oh, wow, look at this. Oh, nice. All right, so look at the roof. Look at the roof of this. Yeah, show the roof. Look at that. All right, so this is not showing like furniture and stuff. Don't touch anything, please. But what I'm getting out of this is the
There's a
architecture.
poisonous lizard outside.
The architecture and just all the stones stacked on top of each other and the way the roof is structured. So they had some skills, you know. They had some skills.
Nice.
And here's some pictures here of the crops that were grown here: cotton, corn, rice, sugarcane, indigo, pumpkin, papaya, and watermelon. There's a rice plantation, a cotton plantation, a corn plantation, sugarcane plantation. This is where they would live at in here. But did we check out the roof? Let me see this roof. Okay, thank you. Look at the roof. Oh my goodness, look at the roof. Let's get into these stones. And I'm gonna get this up in here. All these pictures. So you do have to duck coming out of here, but I just want to show you the roof from the outside. It's amazing. And then over here from the outside as well. So that is the entire house here, and now we are on to the outdoor kitchen. Gotta love an authentic African outdoor kitchen, and this is one of them. This is the outdoor kitchen. Just like they do it in Africa. It's literally exactly the same. So this would be the oven.
Hello, small child.
You would do your regular pots and pans. But this is like that traditional, put your pizza up in there. So you even got the little pan and stuff going on. So yeah, but let me just say, to cook right here, it's hot, y'all. You in the open sun, like it is hot. They need like some kind of covering over here. It's hot. Sign says the arrival of African peoples. It is thought that African people first came to the Bahamas in the early 1500s with the Spanish explorers. Most were forced into making long and perilous journeys as slaves following the American Revolution. An estimated 6,000 to 7,000 more African slaves arrived, brought by British loyalists forced to leave the newly formed United States. Clifton commodities. During the early 1800s, there were as many as 67 African slaves here at Clifton. They worked at the plantation fields, growing cotton, sugar, other crops for export. Though they had some freedoms, they were the human property of the landowner and were brought and sold as merchandise, along with animals, food supplies, and other trade commodities. Finally, freedom. Not all people of African descent came to the Bahamas as slaves. Some were probably the offspring of Spaniards or pirates and local women. Others were slaves who assisted the British during the American Revolution and were rewarded with freedom. Still others were rescued or escaped from slave ships and settled in the Bahamas as free men. And it says something about August 1st, 1838. The Emancipation Act affected the full freedom of all slaves living in British colonies and established their lives according to their own in pursuit of their ideal happiness. During the early 1800s, there were as many as 67 African slaves here at Clifton. So here's some other outdoor kitchen stuff, some more buildings. These are the original stones, y'all. This is the original stuff. I am going to walk on in here. So 67 slaves is not a lot of slaves, right? But this has me thinking, a lot of folks out here must be of one family or like related. Like this, let's say there were 67 people that were not related. And there had to be a lot of people out here now that are related to one another. It's a very small island, 21 miles long, 7 miles wide. So yeah.
Really weird.
18th century now. Come on. Getting older. 18th century. Here's a building from the 18th century. We see that fabulous straw thatch roof going on. Could you stop?
Functioning house.
It is a functioning house.
All the houses.
All right. Alright, so I'm standing inside this is the 18th century house, so we're talking about the 1700s now. And as you can see from the walls are much older now. Like it's not just stone walls, they're just much older. But I want to point your attention out to right over here, Margaret. Come over here. My trusty videographer here. Look at this. Somebody has etched in a cross on the wall.
So you also see some symbols along the walls here. If you really look closely, there's some like symbols of from people who used to live here. And again, we have this wonderfully thatched roof, but only 2 windows. And even though you see in the video that I'm like super sweaty because it's like 1,000 degrees outside,
It's not 1,000 degrees.
It's truly 1,000 degrees outside.
No, it's not.
It's a nice cool breeze in here. It's shady in here. You have, if you look out this door. Here, you have like some shade there, some trees. About the front door here is really
sun.
Yeah, it's really rough. But despite the sun beating down, this thatch roof, the 2 windows being propped open like that, it's very breezy and like you're protected from the sun in a lot of ways here. So it's cool in here. All right, this one too. DJ.
Come inside.
Yeah, this one is from the 18th.
Yeah, it's all 18th century.
Yeah, but did you see the cross on the wall somebody etched?
Over here.
Look.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. From our ancestors here. I mean, you can see that it's much older. But isn't it so much cooler in here?
Yeah, they figured out some sort of like air.
Walking through Clifton Heritage National Park. Walking back now. We've seen the African slave village here. All right, so we're exiting the African slave village. This is where the slaves live. This is where they would have come out to work every day. They would have walked away from their homes here and just come on out. So these are the last 2 homes along the way, and this here is the exit. And again, it is super hot. Sacred space is supposed to be here. It must be down there where that water is. It is. All right. All right. Okay. I'm a little.
Banana tree.
Okay. All right, man. That make you just want to grab one and eat it. Y'all get a picture under the banana tree.
Banana!
Yeah. Heritage National Park. This is the sacred space, and there are several carvings of African women slaves in honor of the women who lived here at Clifton Hill. We have beautiful views of the ocean here, and the sacred space is designed for all of them to look longingly out at the ocean in hopes of returning to Africa. That's the story behind these carvings. So they're all facing towards the ocean now. Here in the sacred space inside of it, and as you can see, the view of all these African women monuments looking longingly out at the ocean. They're literally staring over this cliff. It's just a drop into the sea right there. This is the great house where the owners would live. So today, day 3 of the Bahamas, after visiting Clifton Heritage National Park, we're actually still here at the park. They have taken us to Flipper Beach. This is where the movie Flipper was filmed. This pier is where the little girl was running down in the movie, apparently. Not only do we have a private cabana, we have a fish dinner, fresh fried fish dinner being delivered to us on the beach, okay? We have the entire beach to ourselves, so it's a private beach, and we have an escort to and from the area. We are on a private beach in the Bahamas. Walking along, we have our own private cabana. We have a lunch delivered. Alright,
Jaws
so
Beach.
yeah, I know. This is Jaws Beach where the movie Jaws was filmed. So the children are being very cautious about getting in the water. They don't want to see a shark. How are you enjoying our private beach day? Private beach, private cabana, lunch delivered on the beach.
It would have been much better if it was cooler.
Yeah, it is pretty hot. But are you enjoying it overall?
Oh, Grizzly Bear is sleeping in the cave. Please be very quiet, very, very quiet. If you wake him, if you shake him, he gets very mad. Wah!
How are you enjoying our private beach day? It's nice, huh? Yeah. All right, so here I am in Nassau, Bahamas. We are in Clifton Heritage National Park enjoying our lovely day. It's super hot. There's actually an advisory to stay inside, but we are out enjoying the beach. It is a private beach. We have the whole beach to ourselves. We have a private cabana. Of course, we have the restrooms up here, but we also have lunch and drinks and things like that being delivered to us. So this is like a day of luxury and a wonderful way to spend a day in rest. So I'm enjoying this time, and look at the view, guys. This is where the movie Jaws was filmed. This is where the movie Flipper was filmed. So this is not water that we're going in because, hey, sharks are in there. But no, they saw the movie Jaws before we left, so they're not trying that. But yeah, this is neat. We're enjoying it. See the random boat go by here. So we are getting ready to leave our private beach now. We're leaving about an hour and a half early because it is thundering and lightning out here, and lightning is striking the water. So as much as this lovely Flipper Beach and Jaws Beach is so pretty and all, but we don't want to get struck by lightning. So we're heading on out, and we'll probably spend some time in the pool later on after the storm stops. All right, so just a few minutes from this morning to now. Stormy seas. Storm is rolling in. The breeze is nice though. All right, we are leaving now. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous day, but it's a bit stormy, so we're heading out. Our first Bahamian storm. It's storming pretty good out here, guys.
Man, what can we do? If we got that piece, we need. Mom,
Let me see
we
what you
only
make.
got this. We only got this piece, and now we need this piece. You also got this piece. Now we need the whole inside salad.
Okay.
Mom, look, we did it.
Oh boy, you did. Finish the whole thing. Good job. That looks good.